Do you ever like see your time that you have to perform and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Like seriously, I'm this late.
I sometimes worry that I'm gonna be like, hi, but like, Red Bull is a great friend of mine.
Oh my God,
so
of course.
yeah, and
Sugar free,
coffee.
always sugar free.
Always sugar. Same, always sugar free.
Welcome to Culture Shock, the nonsensical podcast, because I don't know today. Today is just you either are here or you are not. Today I have a phenomenal songstress, vocalist. Girl can sing. Girl can do what it needs to do. Please welcome Hayla.
Hello.
Wow.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, by the way.
This is my second time seeing you.
I know.
We did an interview at World Pride.
DC.
What's it like to be around the gays all the time?
Oh, amazing. Amazing. And I'm also going to World Pride again this year in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
Yeah. What was it like performing at World Pride?
It was amazing. Do you know what? Honestly, the most joyous event that I've been to. I really felt the love, and honestly, it was an honor to be there. And it was so nice, like meeting yourself as well afterwards, and just meeting so many amazing people too. Honestly, thank you so much for having me again. It means a lot.
A pleasure every time.
Yeah.
Well, before we start any podcasts, we obviously want to make sure it is off to the right beat, the right rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to ask you to lead me in a podcast prayer, whether it be to the EDM gods, the people. So please hold out your hands. Please lead me in a prayer that, look at you. Black.
Oh, I know.
Favorite color?
Very predictable. Yes, it is. To the EDM gods. To the people who bring the vocals and sing the songs, make us feel good, make us feel seen, heard, loved, respected, and protected. We pray to you, the EDM gods, take us on through the year, through this life, and let us dance and sing. Amen.
Let us dance. Amen. Amaze.
Is that okay?
Amaze.
There you go.
We'll take a pause for a second. Jason, does it cycle out for whoever's speaking on the TV, just in case? Amaze.
Oh,
I loved your prayer.
thank you.
Yes.
Thanks. There's many more.
Yeah. So I kind of forgot there's someone else in the studio with us. It's just something I do. So in the corner, that girl over there today, she is the Italian stallion, the girl who's been on this podcast before, the entertainment publicist, Mike Fatone.
What up? Hayla, we're so excited to chat with you today.
Thank you for having me. So nice to see you again as
So
well.
good seeing you as well. It's going to be great.
Well,
Andy,
the rules-
be nice.
I have to be nice to Mike. She is a dear friend. The rules of the podcast are simple, though. If Mike wants to speak ever, he has to hit his button. Mike, can you hit your button?
Ah, okay.
Mike hates that button.
I will probably use it like once and I will just interject.
And then if you don't want to answer a question or you don't want to let Mike speak, you or I can hit this button. Can you hit this button for me?
I would never, but yeah.
Well, does everyone understand the rules of the road?
Yes.
Well, let's begin. What a fun time. Now, I know this, but not everyone may know this. Your real name is Hayley Williams.
Yes, it is.
What is the reason for the name Hayla? Were you just like, there doesn't need to be another Hayley Williams?
Well, I think there was times where I was getting tagged as Hayley Williams when it was actually me. So, yeah, I think Hayla was a nickname anyway, but I think there was just kind of like the confusion, the BBC, tagging Hayley Williams instead of me, Hayley Williams. I just thought, maybe this wouldn't work.
Did you two ever talk when the tags happened, like the missed tag? She was what up, girl?
Yeah, like, hey. I did an Instagram post like years and years and years ago, and I was like, oh, just in case you see this, I'm sorry. I'm also called Hayley Williams, but yeah, I kind of thought, if I was going to move forth in my career, maybe there needed to be a slight change on my name. So Hayla's been a nickname. Okay. And yeah, it just felt like the right progression, but I would love to meet Hayley Williams though.
You've never met?
No, not yet. I think.
Maybe after this, she might hit the DM of the wrong tag next time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That'd be quite nice.
So why is the nickname Hayla? Like, was that like a growing up nickname?
It was, I think, came from like function bands. So it was like, Hayla. Yeah. Because I'm from the function band background. I used to be a vocalist on a boat. And
yeah.
I did all, I've done it all. So, yeah.
Okay. So let's go to the very beginning. Mm-hmm. You talk about on a boat. Yeah. Where did your vocal background start?
So I was an incredibly shy vocalist. I used to just sing in my room. My mom used to sing around the house. I used to sing with her, but I was very I'm not singing for anyone. So I'd be in my room listening to Mariah Carey and Whitney, and I'd just be singing at the top of my lungs on my own. And then if my mum was outside the door, I'd be like, go away. But I was very shy, and like I think for me, if there was a curtain, I'd be behind it, you know. Yeah, but I sort of like I sort of felt that feeling of I don't know, like emotional therapy and release whenever I was singing, and I kind of leaned into that. And over the years, I sort of chased that feeling, and then kind of felt like if I could give somebody else that feeling that I have, that would be pretty cool.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So what's your go-to Mariah cover?
Oh.
Whitney, we know which one you'd cover.
I know. I mean, yeah. I mean, like, Butterfly was the album that I had on repeat. I mean, like, it was twilight on the 4th of July.
Let Mike say something. Just no, don't even have to hit the buzzer, Mike.
Growing up, right, when you're learning and you're listening to the likes of Whitney and Mariah, what were the songs that you were like trying to emulate in your room and hit those notes? And kind of, I feel like so many artists have learned from listening to those two artists. I just had to sing.
No, do you know what? Honestly, it was the Bodyguard album, and I've probably said this. I've said this many times, I think. But I've got this recording of myself when I was 4 years old. I was behind the couch. I actually really remember it. I had a Fisher Price like recorder.
Everybody had that shit.
You know, you had to hold on to it.
The white one that you have to hold on to,
yeah,
right?
Your hand would be like afterwards. But I've got like a recording of me singing "I Will Always Love You" from like 4 years old, which exists on I've got it on email. But that was my That's my jam.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Yeah.
And 4th of July is such a good Mariah song.
Oh, isn't it?
Oh, it's
I mean,
fantastic.
like Honey as well, obviously.
Yes.
You know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike, you can rest.
Okay.
Turn that buzzer around. Also, hide that logo. Turn that blue away.
Oh, the X Factor logo.
Yeah. We have a budget on this podcast. So, from being shy at a young age, how did you then start to not hide away from the curtain and step more into a singing spotlight, so to speak?
Yeah, do you know what? I slowly but surely, I was doing, and this wasn't confidently at all, but I was like in a sort of after school kind of drama dance thing.
Okay,
Like
I'm
very,
intrigued.
But very, very low key. I mean, I think my mum was kind of like, oh, you know, like my mates were going, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm not saying that, you know, I did like ballet and stuff when I was younger and did like some grades and everything. And I kind of then got into contemporary dance a bit.
What do you mean a bit? Like you just dabbled in a PA? Like
No, I just very, very quietly, you know.
Okay.
Nothing that there's, yeah. I would like to say that I did more than I did, but it was just kind of an after school thing. But then I think that there was an audition, I remember, for like a singing part. And my mum was like, you should just do it. And I was like, okay. So I sang this K-Star song because I love jazz. And yeah, I remember they were like, oh yeah, do you want this part? And I said yes, but I was kind of like, what have I done? Yeah. And it wasn't a big part, but I think I just kind of like very shyly started to get out of my own way a little bit. Because I was like, I just felt very calm, even though I was very shy. But when I was performing, I felt very calm on stage. And then I kind of felt like this feeling that I have inside, if I can give that out.
give that to the public.
Yeah, I was like, if I can bottle this and just send it, I don't know. So I kind of envisage pushing this like feeling. Yeah, when I'm singing. So I don't know. I think I sort of started to focus on that side of it more so. It took me a long time to feel comfortable getting onto stage though.
Yeah. You didn't release your first singles till it was about 2018?
Yeah, my first solo was 2020, but the first time, I ever featured on a song was like, 2018.
So like what did you mentally prepare yourself to like put yourself out there like that? Or like did an opportunity come up and you're like, I guess my time to shine is here?
Well, I was always in everybody else's band, never mine. So I went to uni and I did music there, and part of that was, you know, getting in bands of varying different genres. So I've been in like metal bands, folk bands, funk bands, jazz bands, blues bands, like
the list.
All basically like nearly every genre that you could kind of think of. I've been writing for other people's projects in that sort of vein, and I didn't really know who I was as an artist because I liked so much. And I knew the feeling that I wanted to kind of have in music that I would create in the end, but I was like, but what would it be? So
Don't know, girl.
Yeah, I know, you know, and I started writing in that world, and then I was asked to stay on a track as a vocalist after doing some writing and being a session vocalist. And yeah, then it kind of happened a few times.
It happened a few times.
Yeah, and you know, and I think it was just something that really felt like organic and natural. But I had a chance meeting with a rapper singer from the UK called Example, who really took me under. Yeah, he took me under his wing and mentored me, and you know, I stayed on one of the tracks that, had vocals, and then he took the track, and I'd been on tour with him a few times, and
Just a few.
yeah, he took me on tour 3 times. Like, it was amazing, and it really gave me that kind of insight into the world that I'm now in, and it was a totally different world that I've been in before, even though behind the scenes I've been doing music. But it was, like I say, for everybody else's project, and never mind, I didn't know really what or who I would
get
be,
it.
but
I get it.
Mm.
You had Mike hitting in the back.
Go on.
So, okay, question for you.
Yes.
If you were saying that, it took you a while to kind of get comfortable to performing your music, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine when your solo comes out in 2020, which was a very interesting time in the world, did that kind of make it almost easier for you? Because we were all behind the scenes, right? No, everyone was at home. So did that make releasing your own music easier?
That's a really good question, actually. I think that the song I went on tour with Example, actually, the week before we went into lockdown.
Okay.
And I think that was the first time I'd been out on tour with him. So I sang that song live on the stage. We actually co-wrote that song together as well. Naked was the first song that I released. And I think it was interesting to perform it live. And then after that week was over, it was totally just... You were at home, it was kind of illegal to do shows and gigs, and then it sort of just lived online, So I think it was funny because it was like, here you go, and then it was like a closed off.
Yeah, here's a little taste, and then actually, just kidding.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Did you like that feeling? Well, you can't have it. So it was like, so I think it was one of those things. It's like I had like a taste of what it was to be like a solo artist in that sort of like genre that I kind of, I dared to dream about being my own artist, but like I say, I didn't really know what it would be and how it would look. And so honored, so grateful that Elliot Example took me on tour and really was there for me and co-wrote the song with me. And then, I had a taste of it, and then
ripped away.
So interesting.
Yeah, but I think maybe it did probably help me kind of slowly grow into myself, like as an artist, because it gave me a bit of a pause to reflect and build behind the scenes, because there wasn't any other way.
There's nothing else to do.
So,
Because you went from there to put out Lights Out, Better, I Need.
Yes.
So you were like pumping them out at that point.
Yeah, there was a good amount of tracks, actually. It was an interesting time too, because they were just before my solo single. I think the first one with DJ Catch, that was just before. And then I think for me, I was always quite surprised when people would say like, "Oh, I like your vocal on that track," or like I'd written a song, and I was like, "Oh, really? Okay." So I just, it's been an amazing journey, and I'm so grateful to everybody who's been a part of it. Yeah.
And you had a huge career moment when you and John Summit put out the tracks you did.
Yeah.
How did you meet John Summit? And in your case, were you just writing casually, or you two were working together saying, let's write a collaboration?
No, well, actually, it came out of Escape, because John did the remix for Escape. And then me and a similar team who wrote the top line for Escape also wrote the top line for Where You Are. So because he did the remix, we kind of thought, if you kind of like that vibe, we have something for you.
We have a little gift.
Yeah. So we sent over the top line for Where You Are. And then, and I've said this a few times, but I think it was the quickest turnaround of a track that I've ever worked on,
When you say quickest, give a time.
Ooh.
20 minutes?
I mean, not
that. That.
I mean, we never know. It could have been in the sending time. But I mean, I think it was probably within like a month and a half. Maybe the track was sort of like as it is now. I don't think it was much more time than that. I don't think it was. Because I remember being like, okay, wow, So
that's from sending the top line to like master done.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Not released, but like,
like just ready to go. Package ready to go.
Yeah.
What was it like working with John Summit? Like, what is your dynamic like as the two of you?
Oh, it's really nice. And, I think now because we built such a kind of like foundation, because obviously we've had like a few moments together, which is amazing. And like, obviously sharing a stage with him too. So we've had like these live moments and also behind the scenes studio moments too. But I think it's a great process because it feels very free. It doesn't feel like there's any kind of, I don't feel any pressure, if you know what I mean. Like, I think it's nice because you can both lean into obviously, because Where You Are, it's sort of like, an Escape. I kind of know what sort of thing he likes, and also what I gravitate towards. He knows how I write and how I sound. So it felt, really organic. Yeah.
After your first collaboration pulled numbers, girl. Like it blew the streets out. What was your reaction, the two of you, from that song? Being like, well,
I to be honest, I think it's still, for me, I'm still in, I don't know, not shock, but like the fact that it's resonated so much and also still resonating with audiences, I've totally not taken that for granted. I think when you write something, you always kind of hope that it will make sense to people and resonate with people, but just how much it has done is something that I'm still processing, I think. Me and the other writers as well, you know, I think it's changed our lives really, because it's just something that you can never really know how it's gonna land. You create something and you have belief in it and you hope that people will love it, but you really don't know.
And girl, I don't know how you belt the shit out of where you are.
Oh, thanks.
How do you go to a nightclub and do that? I've seen the videos leading up to EDC and like all the other performances. Where's that vocal control?
I don't know. I mean, I think just, years and years of like listening to Whitney and singing Whitney in my bedroom.
I credit Whitney.
I think my teacher, you know, honestly, credit to Whitney. I don't know. I think that like I've always kind of enjoyed big soaring vocals over tracks, and I just for years and years just emulated, tried to kind of like get my mechanisms and breathing under control. I mean, I have had nodules twice because
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I kind of didn't really know how to technically do it, but I was doing it, you know? So I was kind of like just going for it most of the time vocally, not really realizing that maybe like doing marathons every single day is not great for your health really. But like fine now, by the way.
Fine now, better.
Fine now, all good. But I think it was just something that it was like capturing the feeling really. And I think just years of doing that on my own, and then when I did do it wrong, then finding out the correct way to do it.
Yeah.
But just making sure I'm not absolutely ruining these.
Yes.
But yeah, I think I used to swim a lot as well. Like I used to swim for my county. So
You used to do so many things. I have no talent.
No, come on. Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think like lung control, I think from that like really helped as well. So yeah.
Okay.
Lung capacity, I don't know.
What was the response home when you were working on these tracks? People who, you know, there's a US audience, there's a European audience. What was it like for the people in Europe, I guess, versus the US response?
I would say that my audience is definitely a lot larger in the US and also in Canada really, rather than Europe and the UK. Definitely. And I think that's probably to do with maybe certain songs resonating more so over the stateside because of where the DJs that I've worked with have kind of predominantly maybe had their audiences built. But I feel like it's slowly but surely making a bit more sense at home as well. But I think my audience is definitely a lot more stateside and in Canada, kind of North American, yeah.
I don't disagree. I know Mike's waiting to come in for some reason. I just feel his presence.
No, I love that so much because I feel like so many times you hear of an artist who is, you know, based overseas, and it's kind of like they've got that bread and butter of a fan base there, but the US kind of takes a while. So to hear that it's the opposite for you is so interesting.
It's the total opposite, yeah. I mean, I recently did and I don't know if you were going to ask me this, but I recently did a gig in London, which was really nice. But I was kind of like, I made it free. I just said, you know, anybody who wants to turn up.
Free.com.
Yeah, you know, I think like sharing music is like one of the most amazing things I feel personally, like that you can kind of do to connect with people. So I just was like, if anyone wants to come along, you just
come on, ride through.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm doing it, you know, this gig. So it was really fun. But I mean, I was kind of nervous because I was like, is anyone going to turn up? But yeah, it was like 250 people in this like church hall. It was great.
We came to one of your shows in LA. Mike, what's the place?
At the El Rey. We were
The El
talking about
Rey,
before.
yes.
Oh,
So beautiful.
So beautiful. Fills a room no matter how big, no matter how small. Your voice is just like, damn. Okay.
There were so many
much.
points during that show where Andy and I kept looking at each other because your vocal was just so crisp and on point and good. We were like, how does someone sound so good? It was impeccable.
that's so nice. Thank you so much. I like honestly, and that I was saying before that show, I watched the footage back, obviously, and you know, you were saying before about obviously that you can see pretty much everybody in the audience. I think the only people that I couldn't see was people at the very, very back because it was silhouetted by like the backlights, I think, of a bar.
Yeah.
So I couldn't see.
I was at that bar.
Were you? Oh, so I would have seen your silhouette.
I mean, I had a drink and then I came down.
Oh yeah.
No, we were to the right of the stage. We were right there, but like he would go up to the bar.
I was like, a drink.
Oh no, I mean you got to. It's
I gotta.
part of the night. But I honestly, it was like the most magical evening though, like watching it back. It was just, yeah, I thoroughly loved that gig.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
You were on your tour.
Mm-hmm.
You put out your first album.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like looking back at Dusk?
Oh,
Because it's been a minute while
yes.
since she's had her time, and now obviously the new album's coming out. But let's still progressively go through the career. Dusk was your first studio album.
Yes. Yeah.
How does that feel looking back now?
Like before I was saying, I kind of always dared to dream to have like a product and, you know, like a physical thing that I could say I've put this together and it's kind of like a little diary of my life in little instances. And I kind of never, I don't know, this sounds very defeatist, doesn't it? But like, I kind of never really thought that would be my life, that I'd be doing that. You know, I don't know. And
No,
like,
it pulls in the heartstrings. I know that feeling.
No,
like, why me?
Yeah, because I was kind of like, wow, it's like, you know, that I get to do this, you know, and that album took, I feel for my label, because it took 3 years to put together, which was just because of the collaborations I was, you know, so grateful to be a part of. But obviously kind of making an album makes sense alongside different tracks. It was kind of got to find the right time. But I had some music that I'd written over those 3 years that like really pinpointed different parts of my life that I could kind of like, I can just go right back to mentally as to where I was. So it's nice to look back on the album now to be like, wow, there's like, you know, I don't know, I see like a progression of myself and hopefully like tiny little bits of confidence that I feel like maybe I've picked up along the way in what I'm doing. And yeah, I think like having the vinyl as well was really important to me.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
Love a vinyl.
Love a vinyl.
Just say it, Mike.
So no, because after
No,
based
but-
off of everything you said, I have to know, what did it feel like for you that first moment when you had the physical, the vinyl in your hand? Like, what did that feel like for you? And just seeing your vision come to life.
To preface, Mike loves a physical copy of anything.
He
loves a
physical media.
CD.
Love
He
it.
loves
Oh,
his Britney stack is pretty big.
actually amazing. Honestly, I'm the same. I think like having that tangible thing, because we live in such a digital world, right? So it's like having that like analog physical thing. If the internet was going to go down, you're going to be absolutely fine because you've got, you know, the vinyl or the CD or the cassette, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I got the first test press and I remember that it got sent, I think it got sent to my manager's address and he forwarded it on and he was like, are you going to play it? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to play it. And I actually, when I put it on, I felt so emotional because I was like this little white label vinyl that had like no artwork just yet. It was literally first test press. We were just checking that everything was on there okay. So I was really intently listening to like the starts and the ends of each track. But it was just like, I don't know, you know, when you kind of really always feel like it's something that I would love to have and I just never really thought that I'd have it. And it was, yeah, I was emotional, yeah. And I felt a bit like, is this quite self-indulgent to be listening to myself and be like, ah! But like, I was so emotional. I was just sitting there and I was like, wow, this has actually like happened, you know? And I love collecting vinyl when I'm in cities. I might even I need to go and get some vinyl whilst I'm here. I try and like go and find a new record store and pick up a vinyl. And usually I'll go home with like at least 2 or 3 in my case. It's an expensive habit, but you know.
Love a hobby.
But that's very special.
Yeah, it's a hobby. Yeah.
And then when you look at your collection, you remember all the places you went and picked these things up in the different cities and why you were there in the first place. So that makes a lot of sense. And I just imagine that felt so special for you getting that.
Yeah, it was. And I think I still have that test press. I do. Yeah. So I've got like, it's just so nice to have something tangible. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Your first album was very emotional too. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, you also talked about being cheated on in the album.
Oh, well, it was not cheated on, but it was like, you know, when you just have those feelings where something's like not working out and you can feel it bubbling under the surface. And, you know, like, I'll never know if that's what happened. I don't know. But like, you know, when you're kind of like, ooh, the aftermath, I suppose.
And what was it like to put out something so like personal publicly? I mean, like, will the girls respond to this well? Do you think that this will land the way I hope it does?
Yeah, I do you know what? I think that it's funny because you can only ever write from the heart and be your authentic self. And I hope and I feel like from different artists, I resonate with that the most. But I always hope that, like, I hope people feel the kind of earnestness in the song and, like, the authenticity of the story. And also, I'm really sorry if people resonate with it that much because if they've been through it too, I am sorry because it's a lot. Yeah, you know? But I think, like, yeah, I just think the most cathartic thing for me definitely was writing those songs. And I am nervous always before I put something out, but I just hope that maybe it gives people either some solace or comfort, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your routine to perform live? Like, do you have here's my get ready with me? Like, we don't go out for a week. We don't vocally strain anything for like 2 months.
Well, I know I'm definitely gonna fill my case with throat coat, but we can't get it in the UK. But
You don't have throat coat in the UK?
you can't even Amazon it to the UK. Honestly, I've tried.
So you just like buy bulk here in the US?
I just like, yeah. I mean, you know, every rider, I'm like, ooh, throat coat, please, and some Oreos. But like,
And so
yeah.
what do you do? What do you do in the UK if you like just like lemon wedges? And...
Yeah, I mean, like Yogi Tea, there are other companies. They do like this throat comfort tea, which is like nearly it, but it's not quite it. No
It's not it.
offense. No
We'll send you
offense.
some as like a little care package every so we'll be your
thanks.
deal.
And
I'll
also
be your
just-
throat coat dealer.
I'll do some Percy Pigs for you.
Yes.
You know, M&S
Go to Mark and
sweets.
Spencer's.
Yeah.
Bring me back some jewelry. I won't
yeah.
be upset. I miss my
Yeah.
picky bits.
And you'll have to get those. I'll get you some Percy Pigs as well because they are like, there's no other sweet like it.
We have you heard it here. We have a deal.
Yeah.
Do you get nerves performing live? Like you seem like the girl who gets nerves, but I don't want to project.
No. Do you know what I do if I think about it? But if I don't think about it, then I'm cool. I like. I think it's like if I look out into the crowd and I'm like, oh, I gotta go out there and do that thing now. I'm like, whoa. But then I'm also kind of like, well, I'm not gonna be like, no.
So you weren't nervous like opening for EDC like at was it Omnia?
Yeah, I mean, I was nervous, but I kind of just threw it to the back of my mind. You know, I was like, are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Okay. I think that if I overthink everything, then I start having like a pacing backwards and forwards moment backstage.
Just with Oreos. Just pacing.
Panic eating. Yeah. Crumbs everywhere. But I think like most of the time I'm pretty like calm because I sort of really just try and not zone out completely, but I go somewhere else when I'm performing and I'm really calm when I'm performing. I don't know why.
Yeah. What about that? Don't know. Must be nice.
Yeah, like I'm an intrinsically like anxiety ridden person. I have like I overthink everything all of the time. But when I'm on stage, I don't know, it sort of just goes.
It just vanishes. Just move the
Yeah.
microphone.
Yeah, it's
No, I'm
nice.
kidding. It stays. It stays
Yeah,
the entire
I'm like,
time.
Yeah.
So you got off of the tour, the first album,
Mm-hmm.
and then what was the moment that sat in with you being like, I just did that? Like, did you have like a rest period? Did we veg out?
Oh, good question. I think like a bit of a mixture. I have tried to be more present afterwards, you know, to sort of be like, take it in and actually really kind of process. But sometimes it's hard because it's amazing as well because there's always another thing, which is I'm so grateful that there always is, you know, little things to kind of just go, oh, actually now I'm getting another flight, so I'll think about that later. But, you know, I do try and like really stay as present as I can and take the moment in. But I do love getting home and ordering a pizza and binge watching lots of Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kylie's on my next. I've got to watch the documentary.
You gotta get on.
You gotta get
Yeah,
on that.
So good.
It's my next. I'm doing it. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you're on your downtime now, if people ask you to perform, like, what's that process like? Does John call you up and say, hey, do you want to come perform at this marathon with me? Like, when do you get tapped in?
It really depends, you know. Like, do you mean as in kind of like when do I mentally go, okay, we're gonna get back into performance mode?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you get off tour and then you're asked to come be a guest performance somewhere. And you're like, I thought I was on my rest period.
Oh, I think like as long as it wasn't something, say like if I had like, I don't know, if I'd like had a vocal problem, say like if I thought I actually do need to have like, which has never happened, touch wood, but you know, if I ever thought I need to have some vocal rest, probably if I knew it was something that to be smart, I would probably still take that period of time. But usually I'm like, yeah, when do you need me? I'm like, yeah, I'm packed.
It doesn't
Let's
take you
go.
much to get out the door.
No, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go. So I just love it, and I'm just so honored to be able to say that this is my career now. And I hope it continues. So yeah.
I also,
Thanks.
you've collaborated with a lot of people, and now you're on to your second album.
Yes. Yeah.
What changed going into this album compared to your first album? Has Dusk changed the way you looked at future collaborations or you as an independent artist?
Good question. I think one, the difference between Dusk and Dark was that I've been through a lot personally behind the scenes in like a really bad way. And I've probably been in the darkest period of my life. I suffered like a huge loss. Yeah. And it was one
It's
of those.
so hard to sit across the table for you and hear this.
No,
Like, you're such a beautiful personality.
Oh, thanks. It's one of those things I think that like writing dark, I didn't know I was going to write it. I didn't know if I had anything in me. I didn't really know if I was able to come up with anything because I was just not okay. And I think that having no pressure applied, I had a few sessions booked in that were very kind of like, you don't have to do anything. There's no kind of like weight on you to just do this album. Don't worry about it. See if you have anything to give. And I was in these spaces with some incredible people that I felt like I was able to share authentically and be open with and really talk about what I was going through at that time and not try and force any sort of creativity into those moments. And I think the difference between the two is that it basically happened over the space of 8 weeks, the dark writing process, whereas Dusk was over 3 years of like collected moments from over that time period. But this was just a real cathartic release from, I think just what I've been going through.
Did writing or putting pen to paper, singing in studio, any of it make you feel better that it's out there? That once Dark was completed, you felt maybe the darkness was gone?
Yeah, do you know what? I think it definitely has helped me heal to a degree. Like it's helping. I mean, I think, I don't know, healing is so linear, not so linear. It's kind of, it changes obviously day by day. Sometimes I have good days, sometimes I have bad days. But I think writing it like really helped lift a lot of the darkness away. And I kind of felt like if I can write this and somebody else connects with it and it helps them. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you know.
That's
Mike,
so
save me.
amazing because I feel like darkness is one of those things that so many people run away from and they fear. And it sounds like you really kind of just decided to like nest and live in it for the creative of this album.
Yeah.
So I guess my question is, from the beginning of the process, right, we didn't really know what we were doing, right? And by the end, we have a body of work. What does dark now mean to you on the other side of that whole entire process?
It's interesting. I think it's like, I feel like it's actually quite a warm place, even though it's kind of like not been the most positive of experiences that I've lived through, but it actually feels like a place of comfort because I found more emotional depth within myself that I was able to speak about more openly than I thought I was ready to or able to. And I kind of, even though I know that the subject matter is quite hard, at times I felt like it was quite beautiful too. So I kind of feel like, even though it's like, dark for me was kind of the reason why I chose the album title. I already knew it was going to be called that, but it's kind of the most magical time you can listen to music in the day.
Definitely.
Yeah. And I sort of thought like, it's kind of like a warm, dark room, even though it's full of sadness and heavy stuff, but it felt like it was a comfort. Yeah. I hope that answers that.
That totally answers that.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting because what you say about like darkness, nighttime, right, being a great time to listen to music. It's so true because especially when you're alone, right? Because you can really succumb to whatever emotion you're feeling that this person is singing to you or what these lyrics are saying, right?
Yeah.
And allows you to connect to it in a different way that maybe had you been listening to it driving down the 101, you're just kind of like, oh, this is fun. But then like midnight hits and you're like, oh, I get what they're saying. And it's totally different the next day for you from that day forward.
Yeah, because I think it was one of those things. I know like dusk is like one of my favorite times of day to listen to music too. So I kind of was like, oh, the next progression. Yeah, it's like there's nothing else kind of inhibiting your listening time.
Yeah. Well, I feel like if we've, we did dusk and we did dark, there's got to be a dawn coming, right?
Or like a daylight. No, I don't know.
Well,
in the morning, you've done all the genres.
Yeah. I don't remember a thing.
Show tunes.
Show tunes. Oh my gosh.
Whip it out.
I mean, I could. I love a bit of Barbara Streisand.
Do what you got to do. Make the girls work. So, your collabs are deep. Like Medusa, Subfocus. It's just hard to sit across the table from you still, number one, just as you are, your talent, but also you worked with Nelly Furtado.
We need to talk about it.
We need to like lay down the groundwork with that. Like, what the fuck happened?
There's a good story there.
Let's
Great.
do it.
So Nelly covered one of the songs that I do, and we were kind of like, whoa, okay. So my manager reached out to her manager and said, would there ever be anything that you'd like to do together? And she
Shot in the dark?
yeah. And she said, yeah. And we were like, okay. And I wrote this song, Faded, in my bedroom in 2020 on Zoom with my friend Lizzie Jennings and Matt Osenjek, who's actually also friends with Annabelle England. And yeah, it was a song that I always loved. It was one that lived on my laptop, and I nearly put it out myself. But I was like, but I don't know if it fits on Dusk, but I love it. And I always felt like something was going to happen with it. I never really had a plan, but we were like, we have this song, and we sent it over, and she liked it and she put a vocal on it, did a verse on it, and yeah.
You know how many
so
necks?
I'm still like, what?
You know how many necks you stepped on with that? Like quite a few. And I remember just like when I share music, it's with Mike Fatone.
Likewise.
And I'm like,
we share music weekly.
I'm like, here's my girls from like Ibiza, like doing their thing or whatever. And then I'm like, there's this collab that came out that was out of left field that I need more of.
Yeah.
How was it recording with Nelly?
Or was it separate?
We did it over the airwaves, unfortunately.
Okay.
But
You were a big fan.
always. And I'm still processing, if I'm honest. I actually can't believe every time I sing it live, and it's because I harmonize with the verse that Nelly does, but every time I sing it live, I'm like, how has this happened? Yeah.
Will you ever perform with Nelly Furtado? I'm like, do you wear wigs? That's exactly how I sound audio-wise. But do you think you'll ever have a time that you two decide to grace us with your stage presence?
I mean, I would love there to be a time.
I would like to hit up her manager and ask now. If you ask something, I can ask something.
Oh, go on.
Please. That's it. Just please.
Please make it happen. We would all love it.
Yes.
It's been so interesting because I feel like over the past few years, Nelly has had a very interesting pivot into dance music, right?
Massive,
All that work with Dom Dalla has been so great.
Yeah.
And when we saw she was doing music with you as well, we were like, stop. Two of our favorites. Like, this is going to be amazing.
It's not fair.
Oh.
I mean, it is fair. It's nice to have a gift.
I just hope she sticks with it. I feel like she works so well in this space.
So do I.
Right?
I really do. Yeah, me too. And I honestly, like, her voice just works so well over dance music.
Over everything.
And I just think, just put more.
She's my girl.
More. Yeah.
I know I love you, but like she's
No,
somehow I'm just like man-eater, promiscuous. Like anytime I'm like at a wedding, I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah,
Put
I
it
know.
on.
Iconic songs. I think just kind of absolutely timeless as well. As soon as they go on, it's like everybody's like, well.
Nobody's mad.
No, everybody's like, thank God you put that on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly, I am still processing it. Like,
Oh, that's so major.
Nelly, it's an honor. Thank you so much.
She knows her camera. Yeah, right to camera.
I know. I don't. Yeah.
So that was a fun moment. The new album's right around the corner.
Yes, it is.
And you have a tour.
I do.
Can we expect anything from this tour as a surprise? Like maybe a Nelly Furtado performance? Please, manager, say yes. Like what is this tour coming up for you entailing?
This tour, I mean, I'm going to do a mixture of the collaborations and then also a mixture of the new body of work, Dark, and then also some of my favorites from Dusk. So it's going to be, hopefully it's going to take people on a journey and really I hope that people feel like when they leave, they've got to know me a little bit better, you know. And I would love to say that Nelly would join me, but I cannot promise anything. But yeah,
Okay.
I know.
Anyway, that's fine. I'm just restraining
But
myself.
I will sing that song though.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Let a girl know.
Oh, yeah.
When you go on the tour, what are some of the songs from Dark that you're really excited to bring to people for the first time?
That's a good question. There's a few that I've done. There's a few that I've not got in my set list at the moment that are going to be added, but there's a few that I have added. There's one called I Don't Believe It Anymore, which is a bit different to what I've even released off the album so far. Again, it's quite avant-garde and it's full of like detuned guitars and basses, and it's very, I don't know. I'm excited to play that because it's very cyclic, but it actually builds in a really nice way into kind of like this big choral thing. But
Choral.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of vocals. Like
I like your
really-
vocabulary. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, choral.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, like coral reef.
Yeah, like a coral reef. But it's honestly, I think I'm just really excited to play. I'm excited to play Easier, even though that's going to be really hard to sing live.
Girl,
But-
good luck.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think there's going to be some moments that feel really emotional, but I'm really excited to just sort of knead in the songs that I've had released previously into the newer music that maybe people would have only just heard, because I'm releasing the album on the 31st of July and then starting tour in August. So I'm just really excited to just bring
Should
people
be.
along. Yeah.
Yes. Get on, girl.
Thanks.
Well, aside from things that happen in this podcast, you may look sometimes and say, wow, Andy, that was a really dumb question. Why'd you ask that? Well, we have a whole segment for stuff like that called Really Dumb Questions.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm glad you're excited.
I am.
Great. Now, question for you.
Yes.
Your outfits are really dark, sometimes all black, like today.
Yeah.
How do you not sweat? Like you are in performances of broad daylight. You are just heavy vested coats and things.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
I don't know. To be honest, I get hot, but I don't like overheat too much. I say that. I have worn latex on stage before, and that was a whole other experience. But so I've learned not to do that now, because that's...
Do you bring like a portable fan with you, or like...
No, I just, yeah.
You're just resistant.
I just sit in the discomfort.
You
No.
sweat?
I do, but not like that badly. I don't know. I mean, I've always kind of been like, I always wear too many layers, and I think it's just layer training. Maybe that's a thing.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
I don't sweat because I don't drink water, which is not good.
I do drink a lot of coffee and not a lot of water, so maybe that's the vibes.
It's like a liquid. I already do it. So I can kind of count it.
I know, me too. I'm like, I've had like 5 today. That's like a lot of water.
This cup is full of water. You see, I've not touched any of it.
I've had a little bit. Yeah, you probably.
You're better than me.
You should have
Okay.
a little bit.
I should. Maybe I should. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Breaks.
when you're not wearing black, because I feel like you love black.
I do.
What's the second favorite color to wear? I feel like we never see you in anything but black.
No, I know. Do you know what? I used to wear like a lot of color, but then I just felt like over the last like 5-6 years, I've just really kind of found myself feeling so much more comfortable in all black. But
Right.
but I do like purple.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
like, yeah, like dark purple and like sometimes some grays. That sounds very boring, doesn't it? I'm like,
No,
yeah.
but they all go together. I feel like they're all part of the color wheel near black.
Yeah, I mean, I used to wear a lot of colour, like a lot of the time, but I just kind of, I think that I feel the most myself, you know? But I do, yeah, the colour purple is like, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Work.
Like, yeah.
Cool.
One of
Now-
my favourite colours.
Question for you. What is it like showing up as the artist, the vocalist, versus the DJ to the venue?
Oh, okay. So I've only ever done 2 DJ gigs in my life. And I've done like mixes, but I do them on my own. So when I'm at home, I feel very like comforted by the space that I'm in because no one can see me and I cannot be perceived. So I'm like more comfortable DJing at home definitely than
Oh,
I
no,
am
girl.
in
I mean,
person.
you showing up to the function with the DJ. What's the treatment of
Oh.
you versus like treatment of John?
Oh, do you mean by people?
Yes.
Interesting. That's
Oh,
an
interesting.
question.
Sorry, I thought you meant me as a DJ. I was like, well, that's.
Wow.
I'm surprised that you know that I did those
You
2
know.
gigs. I was like, that's some good knowledge. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, everybody's always been so respectful, and I've always felt like very, yeah, like looked after, and yeah,
Great.
Yeah, I've never had any issues.
No one at the nightclub is like, who dis? Like,
Yeah.
everyone's like, right this way.
I'm pretty good. I usually turn up with the same team, so I'm kind of like, I'm with the DJ. It's me. Hello. Yeah, and I'm never kind of like, you know, I'm always
They
quite.
kind of can tell because you're wearing all black and like an outfit.
I'm really quite chill though, because I'm kind of like, oh, hello, thank you. Yeah, so I'm usually just, I think, I don't know whether I've ever had it before where I've been like not with the party going in. So I'm usually kind of with everybody. So I'm sort of like, okay, thank you. Yeah. So I've not had any mishaps so far.
And we enjoy the club scene. Like, that's our music. Or like, we're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'd rather be home.
I do love the club.
I
But-
love the club.
Yeah, me too. But I also love being at home too and ordering pizza and watching Netflix. So
Layers.
Yes.
Layers.
It's important.
I can't always be at the club
know.
at 3 a.m.
I know, but it's like that kind of night when you have those moments where you're like, I needed that.
Yes.
I needed that release. Yeah.
And are you a girl who can perform at the early hours in the morning? Like,
Oh, if I have a sleep before, yeah. I did do high with Ibiza. I did high with Medusa in Ibiza at like, their set was 3 a.m. till 6 a.m. And I think I was on at 4:30 a.m. Yeah, but I woke up at like 2:30. So I was like, this is pretty good. We went for dinner, which was amazing. And then they were like, now we're going to go sleep. I was like, okay.
yeah, Iconopop
So-
was like, we went on a run. And then we like, you know, got up, did our thing. Don't know how you all do it.
Do you know what? It's funny actually. I think maybe the adrenaline just takes place of the sleep, you know? So yeah.
Do you ever like see your time that you have to perform and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Like seriously, I'm this late.
I sometimes worry that I'm going to be like, hi, you know, but like, Red Bull is a great friend of mine.
Oh my God, of
so
course.
yeah. and
Sugar-free.
coffee.
Always sugar-free.
Always sugar. Same. Always sugar-free.
Always.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Mike's been real diligent, not hitting his button. And I
right.
think, you know, Mike, it's time for your time to shine. Questions from the Peanut Gallery. Mike gets 4 minutes of uninterrupted time to
Oh
ask
my
you
gosh.
whatever. So if you don't want to, answer anything. You may hit the button. He may be invasive sometimes, I know.
No, never. Never.
And I
Okay.
couldn't hit the button. I feel bad.
No,
Hit
I
it.
think this right, and I feel like I'm interrupting when I hit the button.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Okay, so this is perfect timing actually because we're just talking about your love for the color black.
Yes.
I feel like currently in the dance music space, a lot of artists shy away from putting themselves on their album covers, and I love that for both Dusk and Dark, you are on the album cover, and I feel like the color palette is like undeniably Hayla. It's so in your realm. Tell me a little bit about just like packaging, right? And the art and the importance for that and kind of what your involvement is in that.
He's a sucker for packaging and fonts. And I love that
Oh.
about him.
Do you mean kind of like how we sort of decided on, like the font style?
Yeah, the font
and-
style and like the aesthetic and like
Yeah.
everything, all that good stuff.
So do you know what? It's so funny because of the way that I was in the shyness of me generally and kind of my overthinking in every aspect of everything always, putting myself on the front cover, I felt at first I was like, ooh, should I do it? But then I was like, if I'm thinking about maybe not doing it, I think maybe I totally should because it's kind of not making me uncomfortable, obviously being on the front cover, but I was like, no, I have to stand in that, you know?
Yeah, that's your
Yeah.
power.
Yeah,
This
and
is your
I-
art. Own it.
Yeah, and I kind of was like, oh, it's something that I'm really proud of. And I worked with, an incredible team getting the visuals together and also an incredible stylist, Bo Tiger Ray, who I always work with. Honestly, is incredible and really gave me that kind of, license to play, really, and just kind of really expand and extrovert myself into things that maybe I felt like were for somebody else and not me. You know, but we built this amazing set. Daniel Mutton was the creative director for Dusk, and I think actually created like a sort of Mars-like beach.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, but like, and it was all like in the backdrop of Dusk. There's like all these kind of trees that look like they've melted a little bit. But it was like this big outfit that I was wearing was made by B. Calla, this incredible designer, and it was like probably the largest, heaviest thing that I think I've ever had made for myself to wear, but it was so fun to play with the material and sort of sink into the backdrop of the amazing scenery that Daniel Mutton had created. And then font styles. The font styles actually, I wanted to make it quite simplistic, but I actually quite liked the idea of having it, because I know the font on Dusk is actually like, not iridescent, it's reflective, so it has a sheen to it. So you can only read the title if you tip it.
Yeah, it's like a holographic.
It's like a Pokemon card.
Yeah, it's like a Pokemon card, yeah.
So it was like, it wouldn't be too obvious to the artwork, so you'd still see the backdrop that Daniel had created, and then also the outfit was still first and foremost kind of like the main image, but then the title was sort of like, tip it to see it. And I quite like that in the sense of like, I don't know, it will be revealed. And I suppose when you play the album, it will also be revealed, you know?
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a nice little artistic nod to that. And then I also, I think the back has like a close-up of the material of the outfit that I was wearing in the shoot. I think that's what the back cover is as well. And then, the titles I just wanted to have really front and center.
Nice.
So like quite clean and crisp, I think, for the first. And I've actually got the font of Dusk and the title tattooed on my knee. Yeah,
Oh my
like just
gosh,
above
like
my
as an
knee.
homage to it in that moment.
My first ever gig that I did at the Roxy as a solo artist, my friends from the UK flew in and they were like, when do you land? And I said, in like an hour. They said, great, we'll meet you at tattoo shop. We're all going to get your album title tattooed on. And I was like, are we? They said, yeah, we've booked you in. So I turned up and they were like, there you go.
Sit on down.
Yeah, I was like, okay. And they got...
That's so sweet.
Yeah, so my friend has my handwriting. I wrote Dusk and she got that tattooed in my handwriting. And then my other friend got the font that we used on the album, and I have as well, got the album title tattooed on our legs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's super special.
So yeah, sorry, I hope that's...
No, that's a great answer.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good answer. Andy, do we have time?
You got 1 minute, girl.
Okay.
I'm going to cut you off.
Totally opposite.
Yes.
I always feel like I was a UK girly in a former life. I grew up loving all music from the UK. I don't even know how I found it.
Yeah.
So for you, growing up, who were some of the artists in the UK who were just like, I have to listen to? Like,
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I mean Spice Girls.
of course.
Like I remember the first time I got, my parents got me a CD player and I actually had the tape of the first Spice Girls album, and I think I still have it.
Of course.
And that was like Bewitched, All Saints as well.
Of course.
But I mean, I think like it was an interesting one because my parents brought me up on like Fleetwood Mac, and like I think we had like a bit of Led Zeppelin going around. Paul Simon, obviously. A bit of Led Zeppelin floating around on our airwaves. I know, I brought myself into Led Zeppelin a bit more afterwards, you know?
This makes sense to like when you were saying you were in these bands and you've been in all different kinds of genres. I mean, if you grow up with such a wide array of music around you, this makes sense.
Yeah, and I love, like, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with Vivaldi as well and like Vanessa Mae. So I used to listen to like The Four Seasons all the time by Vivaldi and like, yeah, I love like jazz. But for the UK, definitely when I was younger and buying my own music, it was like the pop groups of like,
The Spice Girls, is like Sugar Babes.
Sugar Babes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like, that first album. I went to go see them recently, actually, in the O2.
Oh, when they did that little comeback last year.
So good. So good.
This whole interview, your jewelry hitting. I love it.
I'm sorry.
No, I love it so much because earlier you're like, you can hear my jewelry in the new album because it's me in the studio just waving my hand.
Yeah, because I've got this like phantom arm, you know, it just does what it does while I'm singing, you know.
I'd never take the jewelry off. That's what I do.
Yeah, it's
because the clasp is too hard.
I mean, I think it looks really good on, so yeah.
Well, our last segment of this podcast is a doozy. You ever something to get off your chest because this is your moment to do so. And sometimes you want to scream to the world, I gotta get this off my chest. So today's our time. Mike, I want you to go first. Is there anything you gotta get off your chest?
Oh my gosh, what do I not have to get off my chest?
Ooh, go.
No, I think what I need to get off my chest right now is just not to make it a little deep, but just like everyone like being divisive and against each other and negativity. I feel like we're in a place right now where everyone just needs to like get along a little bit better. Like I'm really sick of it.
Yes.
And I see what's kind of going on in New York, and I feel like New York is having such like a marquee year right now where everyone,
like LA needs to get with it.
LA does need to get with it. But like New York is having such a moment where everyone is coming together and all these wins. It's everything from like the Knicks to like the new mayor to like even just last night, Jay-Z's huge homecoming concert.
I saw.
It looks incredible. And New York is just thriving. And I'm like, I just kind of want to feel that in every city. I'm sick of people not getting along. Let's just have fun. Let's party.
Yeah.
Like,
So you said LA needs to get with it.
amongst other places.
Okay. All right. Miss Girl,
Yes.
is there anything you got to get off your chest?
There is, and I may, yes, it's towards myself, actually, in a kind of positive way as well. But I need to produce more. I need to get out of my own way. This album, I will be honest, I didn't produce anything on it, but I was in the rooms and I was part of the production process. But I need to 100% stop doubting myself and being so anxious about everything. But I think, production. I just need to do more of it. I don't know if that's right, but I also agree. I think that everybody needs some more lightness in their life.
Yes.
And I think that music brings people together. And I think that we all need to realize that we're all just trying to live and just be happy and joyful. And I think I agree. Yeah.
You got to lean into that. You have to do that. Produce more because
Thank
you're great.
you.
You're great.
I try. Do you know, like, it's one of those things, like, I definitely, like, I think I overthink things and I stop myself. So the next body of work that I create, I'll be doing a lot
Produce and bring
more.
the lightness to the people.
I'll bring the lightness, yes. I think that's what it's got to be, you know. I'll bring the light.
Well, the only thing I got off my chest is beaten. I got to get this off my chest. Don't be shy to give a compliment. Give a compliment to the homie if you're a straight bro. Give a compliment to the girls when they look great in front of you.
Yes.
Like, oh, hair's looking so
You look
fine.
amazing, by the way.
It's smashing in the corner over there,
As do
Mike
you.
Fatone.
You both look incredible all the time.
Aw,
Like, why do
me
people
too.
like not give compliments? IRL, online, drop a comment.
Yes.
Don't just passively like something and not let them know how you really feel.
Yeah.
Let the girls know.
It changes people's day.
It completely changes their
Oh
day.
my God.
But also, if someone gives you a compliment, also accept the compliment.
Yeah, don't be rude.
Yeah.
Take the compliment. Don't be weird about it. Some people can be weird. It's like, it's such a nice gesture and well-intended. Give compliments, receive compliments.
Yeah.
Say thank you.
The girl at the grocery store, when I had a botched haircut, the cash register, she was popping. And the woman who worked it behind said, honey, you look so handsome. I go, thank you. I had a gnarly haircut today and it made me feel so much better.
Oh.
Right?
Well, your hair looks amazing.
Well, now that was a long time ago.
No,
We've
you needed
recovered.
that day. He called me and he's like, my haircut's fucked.
Well, that is our time with Hayla. Thank you for watching Culture Shock. Round of applause for Hayla.
Thank you for having me.
Can't wait for your tour and we'll be there.
Oh, yeah. I'll see
You
you
know
there.
we'll be there.
4th of September. The Fonda. See you there.
See you there. Bye, everyone.
Bye.